Hello, hello.
You're missing a spot. You didn't put your belay correctly.
Hello, everyone.
What's the
Wait, the
light?
ring isn't on.
She's a hot mess today, baby. She's a hot mess. It's been a long time. Woo!
We're here.
Hot mess number one, hot mess number two.
Train wreck number two, actually. Yeah, I was a little bit thrown off. Welcome to another episode of The Missing Component. Your homie, Peanut the Wicked, is here.
And definitely Nelly. Am I? I don't remember anymore. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. We're sorry, guys. Life has been lifing in a good way, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's all been good things recently with work, spending time with our loved ones.
Sorry,
all
my
good
agent
things.
is calling me real
Oh,
quick.
she wishes. She wishes.
But
But yes, we do apologize, guys. It's been way too long. We're adults. We're adulting. Shit happens. But we're here. I'm excited.
some are older than others. But who's counting?
Wow. I'd be wrong if I attacked her weight. But anyway.
Bitch don't want to talk about weight. She looked 2 months pregnant.
What about you? You're in your 5th trimester, sweetheart.
Oh, baby. Yeah.
Anyways, you've been doing good, right, Nelly? Tell them.
Fabulous.
As she
I have
should.
an agent now. Just kidding. I don't have an agent. But I am looking for an agent. You make me money, I'll make you money. Make me money, I'll give you money.
It sounds like you asking for a pimp. But anyway, today's topic of conversation.
Never.
What's today's topic going to be?
Let me first start off.
Mm-hmm.
There's some rumors out there
Okay.
that people think I have a sugar daddy.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I've never heard said rumors.
Baby. Let me not give you season 3 Drag Race. Because if I wanted a sugar daddy, I could get one.
Now, here's the million-dollar question to the people watching. What about your appearance gives people the impression that you have a sugar daddy?
Baby, they want all this skin. Even under, over, in between, they want all this skin.
As they should. Today's topic. Today's going to be fun. Interesting topic. Today's topic is friendship breakups versus relationship breakups. Ooh, juicy stuff.
Can I mention names? Because I don't like some bitches.
No.
There's a lot of bitches that I don't like. No, I'm giving too much honey. Not that I don't like. They just didn't mesh with my energy.
Anyway, let's get to it.
First of all, how you been?
I've been good. Working. I'm hanging out. Again with like my loved ones, my friends from work, my other best friends outside of you.
People like you?
Don't do that. She's using my line against me because I do that to you. I be writing to her when she's out. You have other friends?
More than you, baby.
She wishes. Anyways, let's get to it.
Okay.
What you got?
So, since we're talking about relationship breakups versus friendship breakups,
right?
I do want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Which one hurt more? Which one broke your heart, the shovel your little cold, shrivelly heart that you have?
Shrivelly, talk right.
Speak.
That's a good question. Which one hurts more? They both, I guess, depending on the type of breakup you have in your relationship. I guess maybe friendship breakups hurt more than relationship breakups. I think. What about you?
What do you think?
Okay,
before you get to moi, was it the same? You think the feelings were the same when you were like 15, 18 to now? Like, do you think at that time in your life, like, or did you like grow and evolve to be like Fuck my exes.
Mhm.
Friendships hurt more.
I think all the above. I think for me personally, like I've always said, I feel like I definitely evolve every year. I feel like I'm different every year, because that's something I take pride in. I feel like we should want to be better than we were the year before. Um, but I do think that as I've gotten older, that friendship breakups hurt more than relationship breakups. Because there's a different type of vulnerability you have with your
Mm-hmm.
friends versus the vulnerability you have with your lover. You open up in different ways, I guess, to your friends.
And baby, you do open up in different ways, you nasty bottom.
Emotionally, you open up in different ways emotionally with your friends versus in your relationship. Um, it also may depend. It depends on how close your friendship was versus maybe the extent of the longevity in your relationship, how long you've been with that person. And because you can get to know me, a new person, become friends, and then you guys just feel so comfortable with each other that you guys open up to each other so much and hang out so much, and then something happens, and then and yeah, I feel like when you have a friendship breakup, when you had that, it hurts more because you're like, oh wow, like sometimes maybe you don't even see it coming. You just feel like, oh, this is somebody who is I can be myself with. This is a safe space. I can open up about my feelings or what have you. Invite them over with my other friends. Invite them over to meet my family, whatever. And then when something happens where you both split ways, it does hurt to lose your friend.
And to the people out there, I am confirming she does have feelings.
Sometimes,
So,
sometimes.
for me, I do agree with 70% with what you said. I think for me, it took me a little longer to understand that part of life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of people will judge me because I'm still somewhat friends with certain people from my past. When it comes to like my relationship, as in like exes,
Mm-hmm.
friendships not that much. Like once, I think I'm in a part of my life where it's just like I communicate. So I have to, and I don't like to end in bad terms with certain people. I would say with people in general. And I don't know if this is the people pleasing part of me being myself, but I just don't like abruptly um breaking up with someone
Ending things,
and just
splitting
like
ways.
splitting ways. It's very hard for me to detach, and it's not with everyone, it's just with certain people because it's just I'm very much about energy. So I'm just like, if I connected with someone and I felt like I had a connection with someone, like it's a lot harder for me to like actually like split ways and just be like, okay, I'm done. you
Yeah.
know but when I'm done, I'm done.
Mm.
Like I don't talk, I don't text, I'll have if I see you in the street, and I'm still somewhat connected to you. Like I'll stop and say hi. I'll try not to be awkward, especially if you're like walking in front of me and I see you. I'm like, hey, what's up? I hope everything's good. God bless you.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll pray for you. But aside from that, like I personally, I don't like. But the other side of that, the flip side of that card is like if I feel like you hurt me and you hurt me so much, and I feel like you were one of the toxic person, because everyone that you break up with, I don't think everyone is toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for me it's like maybe they weren't the right person, but maybe they're not bad people. But if I feel that you were toxic and bad for me in my life and you really hurt me, like you baby, you could walk down the street and get hit by a car. I don't even fucking know you. Very much Kiki Palmer. I'm sorry
Yeah.
before that man, but I don't know him. But I think that's where I'm at. Like it's just like I'm very pick and choose when it comes to who I want to talk to and who I want to have around, not necessarily around as in like in my immediate life, but like around as in like I understand you're not a bad person. I'm still gonna be cordial with you, but you don't have access to my life,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Versus like a bitch, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, so I think that's where I'm at when it comes to that topic. It's very like it's not I know that you are very much like I cut you off, don't care. I'm
Yeah.
much of like I'm a choose because I can't like I look at it. I think it's the Libra moon in me where it's just like I balance out because I'm not an angel. I'm not an angel. I have my defects like any other person.
Of course.
I have my toxic traits. I have my traumas and everything. So the way I look when it comes to people that are I choose to be in my life, or I want to be in my life. I really go about like with that quote that says like some people are here for a season, some people are here for a reason, some people are here for a lifetime. Like I'm very much I go about my life about that, and I try to understand every aspect when it comes to that. Um, but yeah, um, now as an adult, which one is or which one has had a longer lasting effect when it comes to the breakup, a ex or a friendship?
Um, Evenly for me, I think it's very even. In the last like let's say 2 or 3 relationships, which has been in the past few years, um, each split from the relationship really I feel has changed me. It's um made me, especially the last one, it made me a lot more guarded. It made me a lot more hesitant. It made me a lot more reserved. It made me a lot more not at all open. Like I'm not interested type of ordeal. Like I don't want to do it again. Versus a friend breakup. I could, even though everybody knows I get moody and I get bitchy, but I still consider myself a people person. I do like people, but people also annoy me at times, which I shouldn't let it happen. But I still am very open to meeting new people because there's so many people in the world that even if I lose a friend, I feel like for every one not genuine friend you lose, you can always make 10 more real friends. That's my opinion. So even though to an extent friend breakups hurt more, I feel like in my experience and in my opinion, you'll gain more friends out of losing one fake friend, or not. I shouldn't say fake friend, but from a friend breakup. You know. So I guess maybe the one that has affected me more would probably be the friend breakups. That's the one that probably does.
I think the bitchy moody side of you, I think it goes with every person that is short of stature. They tend to be very moody all the time and bitchy. So I don't take it personal. I don't take it personal. But anywho,
Uh-huh.
I think that I think nowadays friendship or ex breakups, I'm trying to reach to a point where it's like they don't like I'm trying to be like some people that I know that are very much like, okay, we broke up. I'll cry for like 4 hours and then move on.
4 hours, uh-huh.
Like that's it, 4 hours
Yeah.
and not same, not mope, no nothing. Just like
Yeah.
that's the goal that I wanna achieve before I turn like 35. You wouldn't know about that because you're already right there. But that's the goal that I want to reach because I think nowadays I see and I view life as in like like I'm being a little selfless when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
myself. I want to stop using selfish, but I'm being more selfless, as in like I don't want certain things to just take away from my energy, and I think that's what I'm working on. I think before any type of breakup, friendship or um relationship, it like really took a toll on me for so many fucking years, because I think I was pursuing, and I wanted that validation from that individual. But I feel like nowadays I no longer want that. Like I see, especially nowadays, girl, I've been getting my life. But like recently, like I've been like I've starting to see my self worth, a lot more. And I think that I've I'm coming to understanding that, like, you know, regardless of whoever is next to me, ex, friend, it's sad to say this, but even family,
Yeah.
immediate or not immediate family, like, you know, I have to walk this life by myself.
Mm.
So I have to always put myself first, you know. And I think it took so many years for me to get to this point in my life. But I think also, like, I want to give flowers to all the people that have walked and I have met, throughout my life, that have, you know advised me, and that have, like, really put a little bit of input into my life, where it's just like life could be so simple and it
Mm-hmm.
can't be so hard, so because life is already hard, so you don't want to make it hard on yourself even more. So I think I want to get to that point where it's just like I just want to cry for you for 4 hours and just like fuck
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
I think sometimes it's okay that, for example, that when an initial breakup happens within a friendship, and you want to take a long moment to let it out, I think it's totally okay. It's okay to feel what you're gonna feel after said breakup, whether that be pain or whether it be rage. Because sometimes friend breakups, every situation is different, but there are times, and people who are watching will probably relate. There are friend breakups that happen because of something that the other individual did, and then you're hurt slash angry about it. So it's okay to feel those things because you once cared for said person so deeply. So if you need a moment to let it out like that, or like letting it out like ragefully, like, as long as you do it in a healthy way, I think it's okay. It's okay to feel these things because you once loved that person. You once cared for that person. So it's totally okay. But yeah, you are right. Like with me, like, for example, there's a difference between me making the decision, oh, I'm done with said person, versus me and said person had a talk and things needed to be, we had to go our separate ways. There's a difference. When I personally, and everybody who's ever known me, including you, can, once in my head, I have said, I'm done with a person, you're done. There's no coming back from that. You are literally dead to me. Um, and then there's times where within myself, I'm like, is that really a good thing or is that a bad thing? Like, I don't know. Like, but it's something that I've taught you to do because we've known each other for so long, and we both have had separate friends outside of each other. And I've told you, there's people who, you need to cut that off. That person's not your friend. But yeah, like you said, you handle things differently because you're a different type of emotional person than I am. So yeah, you cling on a little bit more because you love differently than I do. You know what I mean? Like, we both love deeply, but we love differently. Because once I'm done, I'm done. Versus when there's something and there's a discussion and then you have to split ways. That, I feel like, because it happened a while ago, I feel like for me, and I'm trying to go back to that, remember how I felt, like, that's not the same as feeling what I feel when I say, but versus there being a discussion because of whatever happened, like, yeah, like, I also will dwell on it. I guess I will also be hurt over it and maybe angry over it, and that's okay to feel these things. It's totally okay as long as and then the best thing would be to not see each other as enemies, but shit can always happen. Where not that you see each other like enemies, but you really see that person just differently.
Baby, I love enemies, bitch. I eat enemies for my life. Um, aside from eating everything in my path, but that's a whole nother story. Um,
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about food, girl.
Oh.
I ain't talking about nothing else. You
Oh.
nasty fucking whore. No, it's always the nasty bottoms that think negatively.
Anyways,
Um, don't make me bake you a fucking pie, girl.
a pie.
Mm-hmm. The people that watch The Help know.
Oh, I got it. That took me a second. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. We know. Um, I I think that I don't want to do like the colorful rainbowed life expectancy that you want is like not have enemies.
Yeah.
But not everyone is mature enough. Some people it all stems from ego, not a lot of people
Know how to keep it amicable.
in, no yeah, and also have their ego on check,
Mm.
where it's just like you're gonna walk, you're gonna have like you're gonna meet people in your path, your life path, and not necessarily agree or see the same views in life, but um as I'm not opposed of checking people. I'm not opposed on like when
Yeah.
the right time comes. I'm not talking about being mean and being disrespectful and checking people all the time,
Absolutely.
because I
Absolutely.
was that person before. I would check anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
But like I think that
Part of me.
that part of me has already like grown, and I don't want to check anyone in my life because I understand how life is, but I also think that
Also, certain things are not worth your energy.
exactly.
You gotta, as they say, pick and choose your battles. And a lot of the time, like the battles you would have chosen when you were a little younger, and if it happens again, you're more so like, this is
I walk
not,
away.
this is not
I
worth
looked
it.
at you like you fucking stupid. Like you got like five
Yeah.
heads growing out of your fucking shoulders. Like I will look at you like you, cause if you, cause baby, if you go one on one, like you're not gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a fucking mouth, and bitch, I can fight too. So, but I'm old. Like I'm mature. I'm not about that life anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's something that um like recently that I was going through is that, there are certain things
about that big bitch, the
with certain
BBQ,
with certain
the
things,
big bad
with certain
queen.
situations and certain people that like I feel like had things like this happen to me a couple of years ago when my mindset was different, I would have gladly addressed it. I would have gladly checked things. I would have gladly like not necessarily cleared the air, but I would have set things straight. But now at the age that I'm at and where I'm at mentally, I'm more so like I said before, picking and choosing your battles. This is not something that I'm like. I'm more so like.
I'm actually glad that at least something grew out of you.
Anyways,
That was a good one,
that
right?
was a good one.
That
That
was a
was
good
a good
one.
one.
Um, so something that I always think about is how we usually like going through certain individuals that cause hurdles, trauma, that caused certain walls for you to build up because of whatever experience in life you had. How did those breakups affect building new relationships present time? Are you working on that?
Um, when it comes to like meeting new people and making new friendships, it does make me a little more weary. It does make me a little less open, but I only say a little less because again, I do like people and I like meeting new people. So because it's just natural for me to still be like I welcome everyone with open arms. However, I'm always something I'm also overly observant. So even though I welcome everyone with open arms, if I observe little things that will automatically kind of like, I wouldn't say trigger, but it kind of just like, I see
You're
something.
questioning, like, sorry to cut you off. Like, I feel like we're in that same page where it's just like, I think it's more about like that energy. Like, it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not giving what I need or what I want in my life, and this is
Yeah.
not being selfish or being inconsiderate, it's more of like, you need to know and be aware. That's the word, aware. If your intuition, your gut feeling says like,
Yeah.
I can't point that out, but there's something there. Um, that's life giving you a warning sign.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's something that I have always said what have always thought of as my superpower. So sometimes I'll see things when I first meet someone and I'm like, no, this person's not a genuine person. And then when I'll express it to other people will tell me, you're being mean. You got to get to know them. There's truth in that. I should, however, if I feel certain energies or I notice certain body language, sometimes that tells you everything you need to know. Sometimes, like in your first like interactions, like some people are better at reading people.
I
I definitely feel like I am. You are.
I know how to read people.
Like you can feel their energy, and you can sense when somebody's not being genuine. You can sense when somebody they're not a good person. They're not a nice person. Like you can sense that. So again, going back to the question, like I'm only a little less weary to meeting new people. I feel like it maybe just affects me a little bit. Um, but again, like I really do love people, and I'm such a people person that I still am gonna be like, oh hi, like I want to meet everyone. I'm always open to meeting new people.
I think this reminds me of a certain someone that I just met this morning. Like, I think that I try to give people chances. Like, like you said, I'm a people person too. So I try to, like, because sometimes people are shy, or people
Yeah,
are they close out when they don't meet.
they
They're
quickly
meeting.
get
Yeah, yeah,
overstimulated.
yeah. So they close out as soon as they meet
Yeah,
new
yeah.
people. So I try to
Give
give a
people.
little more, just to make them comfortable, make them laugh, make them smile, make myself likable, because I understand that part of life. But when that person is not giving you,
There's a difference between being overstimulated, being too shy, versus they're not interested. There's a difference.
there you go.
There's a difference because when I'm around, like let's say I'm in a group setting and there's a friend of a friend coming, and they come around, I'm still gonna be like, oh hey, what's up? Like I will be smiles and I will try to make them feel welcomed. Versus when you come in a group setting and you notice when somebody's kind of like not trying, there's a difference. There's a big difference.
You know what I also don't like? um you know Moving a little way out of topic,
Uh-huh.
the people that, once you tried and you see there's no, like,
There's
back
no
and forth,
connection, no
there's no
vibe.
connection afterwards. But then, like, a few days pass by and they start trying again. Like, I'm turned off by that. Like, I'm just like, don't come and
Yeah,
talk to me anymore. like
yeah,
like I no, like,
yeah.
and I understand that sometimes life happens, but like, the fact is that
You can. I think it's
You
you
didn't
can.
try at that point, and I'm just so over it now that I'm just like, I'm gonna keep it cordial and cute, and then that's it, you
That's it.
know.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm dealing with at work right now, you know. And you
Yeah.
know, it's just energy at the end of the day. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's like, I can't with bitchy queens. I really can't. I can't with bitchy queens. I can't with queens that think. It's just I can't. I'm just there to, going back to my work. It's just like, I'm just there to do my job.
Yeah.
I'm just there to make sure the fucking shift in the building is not being set on fire.
Hmm.
That's all. I'm just making sure everyone's being safe. Everyone's following protocol. That's all I'm doing. I don't take things personally. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm there for my money.
And I
That's it.
think, for example, where you're at currently, your line of work currently, you're in the what would you call that? Like the service business, I guess, to an extent.
I'm in the service
You're in the
now
service industry.
industry,
So
unfortunately.
when people treat people badly who are in the service industry, whether you are behind a register or you are their waiter or server or what have you, and you see people treat them badly, those are the ones that are bad people. Because you shouldn't treat anybody badly just because of the line of work they're in, just because they're in the service industry. You shouldn't be treating if anything, you should be treating them the most kind. Because that's what I do. For example, I'm sorry. But that's what I do. Like whenever I'm out in a restaurant or I'm at the register, like I try my best because you don't know how hard their shift was. You don't know what they're going through outside of work. So when I'm at the register, I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay. Like, yeah, so can I get this? Like I always try to like make them feel as comfortable and as safe with me as possible.
But have you got have and I think that's where I've noticed that when we go out and we
Mm,
do, because we're both the same. Like we try to, like, for you're nice, and I try to, the way I would say is like, I try to treat people like people,
exactly.
because at the end of the day they are doing their job, but and then there are people
Mm-hmm.
who, they want to be treated like people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that because we are how we are, sometimes people are so fucking cool, and like, I've
Mm-hmm.
gotten free shit all the fucking time. People gravitate towards me, and now I'm understanding the reason why. It's just, because I treat people the way
You
people
would
want to be
want to.
treated,
Yeah.
like a person.
Mm-hmm.
um so yeah, I mean, um I
Mm-hmm.
didn't answer the question.
Go ahead.
We're blabbing, girls, because we haven't been together in a while. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm pumped up.
The talking shit is overflowing.
Yeah. Um. I made up a new word, by the way. BBQ, Big Back Queen. You know.
That's funny. That's
um.
funny.
So yeah. So the question was, how did those breakups affect building new relationships? For me,
Mm-hmm.
I think that prior to this year, I had my defense, my wall up really harshly, and I started to notice it on myself, how I would walk down the street and I would look so angry all the fucking time. So I feel like I started praying and meditating, and you know a little bit of therapy, like, it has helped me come to terms with a lot of situations in my life. And now it's just like, you know now I feel like now I try to bring my wall down and be as friendly, and as friendly and as approachable as I can be. Um, but at the same time, like, putting a boundary up, as in, like, you're not gonna cross this boundary, like, and I think it's not checking someone, is more like, I'm gonna allow you to, you know,
You gotta sometimes let it be known I'm not a doormat. You're
mm,
not gonna walk all over me.
mm. Even though some people get turned on by that, but I'm not a doormat. You can't step on me. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so I think that's where, um, 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 I have like what I've learned so far in the past, like especially in the past few months, um, and going back to the service industry has like you know made me realize certain things. Um,
You see how ugly people are, truly, really are. When you're in some sort of service industry, retail industry, you see how nasty people truly are. As pleasant and as welcoming as you try to be, people will not match that.
mhm.
Because you are in the service industry, people will like really treat you like shit, like you're below them. And it just, I've been in that type of um jobs in the past, and it's to me it's disgusting.
Baby, not me. I'm like, baby, watch out, because I will kick you out right now. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck. I
i
will,
can't i can't
I
work in
will kick you out from my fucking from the vicinities right now. I don't give a fuck.
I can't be in the service industry
And
because
people
I
will
match
back me the fuck
energy.
up because they've tried it. They
Yeah.
have tried it, and I look at them and I'm just like, I will ban you. Like you will not be able to come to
Banish
any
banishing
motherfucking
bitches.
places in this fucking company. Like, no, you're not. You know,
Banishing bitches.
bitch.
But I can't do it because I'll match energy, and yeah.
No,
And
I don't match. I smile and I'm like, bitch,
yeah, no, I
don't
can't do
worry,
it.
I'll ban you.
I can't do
I
it.
won't. I don't have to deal with you. I really don't. Um. Anywho, um, how did those breakups affect your trust and willingness to meet new people?
Hmm. Well, yeah, like I said before, like I'm a little bit more reserved, but because of how I naturally really do just like people, um, it hasn't much. I just something that a repeating lesson I keep seeing throughout my life is just to see people for who they truly are. Truly, you somebody, and then unfortunately, people change. You can meet somebody, and then they can be so genuine and so loving and so for you. They are on your team per se, and time will pass, and then you'll truly see how, unfortunately, the ugly thing is that people change, and sometimes not for the better. People will change, their intentions will change, their allegiances will change, and that's when again you have to know, yeah, it's time for me to split ways. It's time for a friendship breakup. It's time, it's time to close the chapter or the era that I had with said person. Um, you have to truly see people for who they truly are, but not let it close you off. I don't think you should allow that either. Don't let it close you off. Shit happens, and know when things should come to an end, but don't let it close you off. There are millions of people in this world, and just because you had one bad experience with a friend, it doesn't mean that all people are like that. That's always been my mentality. That's why, again, I see it as for every one friend I lose, I will meet 10 new, genuine, real friends. And that has happened to me in the last few years. I'll lose one person, but then make 5, 10 new friends, real friends, friends with good energy, with good vibes, with genuine intentions for you, and what have you.
Now check that.
Check that.
But before I answer this,
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a shout out to where you got that necklace from.
Oh, my guy on the internet. If I try to say the name, I'm gonna butcher, so I'm not going to. But shout out to my homie. He goes to Mexico and he buys these from a Mexican elder who makes them. He'll buy the stones and all that, and then he'll bring them home, and then we'll make the necklaces. But he'll go and buy
The
the
beads.
beads and the stones and all that. I love his shit.
Can you let the people know what type of stone or bead it is?
I have to look it up. I forgot what these are called.
You fucking late bitch.
Yes.
I have two jade ones that you gave me, and I do wear them. Now I don't wear
Never
them.
with me, but yeah.
I don't wear them all the time, and the reason I don't wear them all the time is because I think they're so like I just don't want to like bring them out because you know jade is supposed to protect you from like it's supposed to balance out negative energy,
Yeah.
and I've gotten sometimes and they're so pretty that I just don't want to have you know mal de ojo and then break a bead because they're so beautiful and they're carved by hand, so it's yeah. I think that's turquoise and something else. I the blue is turquoise and then it's something
Yeah,
else.
this is something else, I think.
Yeah, I
It's
forgot
beautiful. I
what
love
type of
his
stone it
work.
is. Yeah,
I love his
yeah,
work.
yeah. We're gonna tag him
We are. I'm gonna tag him.
on the
I'm gonna
video
tag
and
him. Yeah.
stuff. So you know you can support brown
Small business.
small businesses.
Yes.
Um. So oh, and shout out to Jolene because she gave me these. This is Tiger Eye. So yeah. So
Uh-huh.
what lesson or advice you've learned from your previous breakups? Advice you could give the young, the old, the mature, the
The
newborns.
the newborns. Advice. Um, see people for who they really are. Like I said before, see people for who they really are. Keep. I wouldn't say keep tabs, but once you notice one thing, best believe there's going to be things after that, and best believe there were things before that that you missed, and that's okay. Um, see people for who they are. Not that you should always like be like on this like on guard on this observation, because then when are you going to enjoy yourself, when are you going to enjoy life if you're always on guard, if you're always too like, you know. But just pay attention, pay attention, and when people truly, when you see one thing, believe me, there were things you missed before that. There were things you missed. And if you feel like addressing it, address it. But if you also feel like I'm in such a place in my life, I'm in such a place mentally and emotionally that I'm not addressing this, I just see what it is and I'm gonna just, keep you at an arm's length, then do that. You are allowed to do that. And because sometimes with these people, like they'll be around because of like work or group settings or life, whatever. You can keep it cute, you can keep it cordial. But outside of that, when you're hanging out with your friends and you're making plans with your friends, obviously said people will not be there when you make plans with your real friends, with real people that you're comfortable with.
With those said people, all I have to advise is, bitch, you need therapy, and you need to love yourself a little bit more. That's what I'm saying. Um, what lesson and advice you learned from said breakup? Bitch, you need therapy, and you need to love yourself a little bit more. And that's double, you know, a double sided sword,
A
um,
double-edged sword, yeah.
double edged sword. Um,
But yeah, like in all honesty, like everybody should be still enjoying life to the fullest. But yeah, just keep an eye a little, just a little bit,
for
because you'll notice things. You'll notice tiny things, and again, really think about it. Once you notice one thing, there were probably things you missed, and there will be things after that.
you know, it's crazy because I notice a lot of things. I just don't say anything, and I'm starting to like,
Mm-hmm.
who's
Who's
home?
home? Uh
Who's
huh.
home? And I'm starting to like, you know, like really observe and open and be vocal about certain things and certain
Mm-hmm.
situations as soon as they happen. Because if I don't say anything, um,
Sometimes it'll eat away at you if you don't say
yeah,
anything. So
and
sometimes, yeah, like you should express yourself. You should vent it out, put it out there, because don't let nothing eat away at you. Let it out. Don't let nothing eat away at you.
I want someone to eat me, but
Oh,
um,
inappropriate. Uh huh.
no, yeah, but I agree with you. I agree. I agree. And with that said,
With that said,
with that said,
Have fun and enjoy your
Ooh.
friendships. Oh, somebody's in a rush. Enjoy your friendships and just keep an eye. Sometimes people aren't who they say they are, and that's the sad part about life. Unfortunately, no matter what age, no matter if it's elementary, high school, college, adulthood, your 40s, your 50s, whatever, people will not always be
I like to say
genuine.
people are always gonna be peopling as
Yeah.
long as you mind your fucking business and move on with your move on with your life
Yeah.
and be as happy and shine and bright and you know bring your energy,
Bring your good energy. Be yourself always, no
yeah.
matter what. Always be yourself.
You shine
Exactly.
through through whatever hurdle you're going through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um
And yeah,
subscribe, follow us on Instagram,
tell your friends.
tell your friend, tell your girlfriend, tell your grandma, tell anyone and everyone,
Yeah.
you know.
And I want to always give a shout out to the people who
Hold up!
He leave him there for 1 second.
Hold up!
Oh my god. Wait.
Bro! Sorry, someone is here. Someone is here.
Anyways, hold on. We'll include you in the next one. But yeah, so to end things, I want to always give a shout out to the people who are supporting us. Always sending us messages, giving likes, giving follows, whatever. Like, shout out to you guys because we do it for you guys.
And we do lives, so if you want to have a live with us, just bullshit talk.
Yeah,
we're open.
Like Megan did.
Just like Megan did. There's other few people that have done lives with us, like Miss Blanco,
Wicked Baby Doll,
Miss Blanco, as well as who else have done live with us?
That's it, I think.
Yeah.
Megan and Wicked Baby
Cornelius
Doll
did a live with me as well. So
yes, shout out to Cornelius.
Yeah. So I mean, just DM us and we're around and we'll be around.
And we'll try to still be consistent, but life has been getting to us in a good way. In a good way. Let me not say we're going through some shit.
I have a few missed phone calls from my agent.
Anyways, till next time.
Bye.